Plan your day with the East Tennessee Weather app. From video forecast weather updates to an interactive radar giving you past, current, and future radar of 2 hours to day part, 7 days, current conditions, access to the only 24-hour weather channel right here in East Tennessee, live weather cameras, and severe weather alerts from the National Weather Service. Download the app today to always stay in the know. This is East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it. All right, here we go. The storm system moves in overnight tonight. We've got some minor tweaks. Going to continue to tweak the forecast as we get into the day tomorrow. Listen, this is a massive system, and there's a lot that can happen over the next 24 to 36 hours. Let's go ahead and start you off first things first. This was the satellite and radar. This runs all the way through 6 o'clock on Thursday evening. You can already start to see some of that snowfall back off to our west across Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, even Kansas. And that is our storm system that is heading our way. Clear skies, a beautiful sunset this evening, but watch this storm system as it races its way across the state of Tennessee, the big picture anyways. And boy, it is going to be a mess. Big time travel concerns, but mostly across the state of Tennessee. Wait till I show you these snowfall forecasts across the state. I mean, the bullseye is across the state of Tennessee. Huge impact travel concerns. Conditions will deteriorate overnight tonight from west to east through the day tomorrow, and yes, even some freezing rain down to our south. So let's get into the specifics because I know that's exactly what you want to know. We have all been upgraded to a winter storm warnings, all the way from North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, even up into Kentucky. So this is the storm system we are talking about. Look how massive this is. So winter storm warning continues through Saturday, 7 o'clock in the morning for all of East Tennessee. We were upgraded earlier today. Here's the timing. Still think we're pretty on par for the timing. This is the initial start time of snowfall. 7 to 9 in the Southern Valley, 8 to 10 Central Valley, Cumberland Plateau, and then 9 to 11. I haven't really changed that too much since earlier today. It still looks like the timing's on par to start about those times. That doesn't necessarily mean that you should be off the roads at that time. It just means that that's when the snow is going to start. Conditions will deteriorate throughout the day, and heavy, wet snow is in the forecast. All right, here we go. So our snowfall forecast, let's start you off with that because I know that's what you want to know, right? How much snow are we going to get, Witcher? Well, here we go. So this takes us all the way through Saturday, okay? This is not, so a lot of you have been asking on social media, why does your timestamp say Saturday? Because this is the whole event from tonight or tomorrow morning through Saturday when everything winds down. But everything's pretty much going to wind down Friday night and early Saturday morning. All right, so the band of heavy snow has shifted a little bit further to the south. That does include parts of Knox County a little bit more than what we were talking about even at the lunch hour. Still looking at 1 to 3 across the foothills. Highest peaks of the Smokies, 6 to 8 plus. Some models are painting 12 inches across the highest peaks of the Smokies. But again, the biggest impacts is going to be Interstate 40 north. We're going to see some bands. When we get snow, we get bands that set up. So, you know, you drive 25 miles and somebody's getting dumped on. You go down the road and nobody's getting as much snow. So bands of snow will set up, and that's going to set the stage. That's why we do have the variation from a 3 to 6 inch range, because places in Knox County could see as low as 3, as high as 6, or maybe even more than that, depending on how efficient the storm is, because it does have a ton of moisture with it. Here's your Futurecast, timing everything out for you. Clouds increase overnight tonight. Beautiful sunset, as I mentioned. Snow showers increase by sunrise. The atmosphere is very dry. So even by sunrise, 7 o'clock in the morning, probably not going to have this much necessarily snow falling. It will be falling out of the clouds, but evaporating. Then we'll saturate the atmosphere up. It's going to be dumping throughout the late morning, early afternoon. And then that warm nose, that warm upper level air starts to slide into the Southern Valley. This is when we could get that wintry mix, a little bit of freezing rain and rain. I do anticipate most of that to stay south. Some of the latest high resolution models are really indicating that this may end up being more of a snow event and a little bit of freezing rain across the Southern Valley. If we don't get the freezing rain or sleet, snow totals go up. If we do, especially across the Southern Valley, snow totals go down in some locations. But again, we're going to wind down this whole event as we get into our Saturday. So because we do have the chance for some freezing rain and sleet, I just wanted to show you something here real quick. I've shown you this in the last couple of weathercasts, even last night. Remember how the Futurecast showed everybody getting snow by sunrise? But it's not going to accumulate, right? Because it's going to evaporate. Then it starts to accumulate after sunrise, from sunrise through 10, and then 10 to 1. It's really developing around the area. But as we get into the afternoon and early evening hours, I think that's when some of the heaviest snow bands will start to set up shop. But because we do have the possibility of some light icing, freezing rain and sleet, not necessarily this far north, this is just a model guidance, but if this were to take place, this shuts down snowfall totals across the Southern Valley. I still think we're going to get walloped north of Interstate 40, and that may include parts of Knox County as well. So something to keep in mind. Hopefully you got out and got everything taken care of here throughout the day today. So if we were to get sleet, which I really don't think so, it would, like I said, diminish the snowfall totals, which on the low end, yeah, this is not going to happen, okay? I do not anticipate that to happen. But on the high end, how about this? We could see anywhere from 5, 6, 7, maybe 8+ inches of snowfall. So yes, a very dynamic situation. I'm not saying this is happening, but I'm just letting you know. And what this model shows you is if we see some sort of freezing rain and sleet, that's how much snow we'd see on the ground by Saturday morning. But when you break it all down and show the liquid precipitation, how much moisture is actually going to fall out of the sky, whether it be rain, freezing rain, sleet, and or snow. And we're going to pick up anywhere from 1/2 inch, 3/4 to upwards close to 1 inch. So if you do a 10-to-1 ratio on this, we're looking at 6 to 8+ inches of snowfall. But again, the atmosphere is going to evaporate some of that moisture, so this is not necessarily going to be totally accurate. But it just kind of gives us the idea that the atmosphere is saturated. It is water loaded. And so we have to think about that as we continue to forecast this winter storm. So I do anticipate big time snow in parts of East Tennessee, if not most. Temperatures, staying chilly and below average. So the snow, yes, we'll see some sunshine on Sunday, and the sun's energy is going to go into melting the snow. But the snow's going to stick around for quite some time. Look at these morning lows. I think that the snow's probably going to stick around for probably a week or a week and a half, especially in those like shaded areas underneath trees if it doesn't get any sunshine, because the sunshine is what's going to go in to melting the snow, not the temperatures per se. And this cold weather pattern is going to stick around through the end of the month. It is a cold January, and it's going to be a snowy January as well. Hey, thanks for sticking with me on this evening weather update. I sure do appreciate it. Hey, by the way, all East Tennessee weather platforms will be updated by 6 a.m. There will be a Wake Up with Witcher, a live weather update at 7 a.m. Join in for conversations. We can have a chat about what you think or what we think is going to happen as we get into the morning hours. Again, that starts off at 7 o'clock in the morning. Don't forget to download the app. I'm also on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, and YouTube, as well as all of social media. All right, we sure hope you have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow morning.